What makes Christian marriage a true biblical covenant? Imagine a promise so strong that it is meant to last forever, built on a foundation that cannot be broken. That's what makes a Christian marriage a true biblical covenant. It is more than just a promise between two people. It is a sacred agreement made before God. This agreement involves a lifelong and breakable commitment that reflects God's own faithfulness. Unlike simple contracts based on conditions or feelings, a biblical covenant is a solemn vow rooted in God's design for marriage. From the very beginning, God created marriage to be a union between one man and one woman. When they leave their families and come together, they become one flesh, a unity that Jesus confirmed as permanent. He said that what God has joined together, no one should separate. This shows that marriage is not meant to be broken lightly or casually. It is a divine institution meant to last a lifetime. Marriage as a covenant also involves sacrificial love, modeled after how Christ loves the church. This love is a choice to give unconditionally, putting the needs of the spouse above one's own. It is not based on feelings or convenience but on a deep commitment to serve and support each other through all seasons. The covenant is designed to help both spouses grow spiritually. Just as Christ sanctifies the church, marriage encourages couples to become more like Christ by supporting each other's spiritual journey. It is a process of becoming better together, guided by God's word. A biblical covenant is also unconditional and irrevocable. Unlike a contract that can be broken or changed, a covenant is a promise that stays firm no matter what. It reflects God's faithfulness, who remains committed to his people even when they fail. Christian spouses are called to mirror this faithfulness by staying committed through good times and bad. Central to this covenant is God's presence. Marriage is not just between two people but involves God as a third partner. His blessing, strength, and guidance make the union stronger. This threefold cord helps couples stay united, especially during difficult times. To live out a biblical marriage, couples should see it as a lifelong journey that requires forgiveness, grace, and intentional effort. They should live sacrificially, seek God's guidance regularly, and trust in his strength. Rejecting cultural ideas that treat marriage as temporary or conditional is also important. A true biblical covenant marriage is rooted in God's eternal promises, calls for sacrificial love, promotes spiritual growth, and relies on God's faithfulness. It models the relationship between Christ and his church, serving as a foundation for a strong, loving Christian marriage.